There's one new roster in the NA LCS this year that I'm personally really excited for. This team is none other than Echo Fox. Echo Fox purchased Gravity Gaming's spot in the NA LCS and has thrown together an interesting and Frankenstein-esque team that has the potential to be a real dark horse in the league. Before I get into why I like the roster and who's actually on it, let me just say I still think this team isn't top 3 in North America, but has the potential to be a 5th or 6th place team with the ability to take games off of the top teams. I'll go in order of the lane. Top lane you have KFO. KFO is a Korean solo queue import. In Korea, he has consistently maintained a high rank in Challenger, in the region that is known as literally the best in the world. So this guy has been playing against Smeb, Marin, Someday, the list goes on. So laning wise, KFO can probably hold his own against the NA LCS top laners. The problem with KFO, and the thing that makes him such a wild card, is that imports, especially Korean imports into North America, can have a hard time adjusting. Echo Fox needs to invest in KFO socially and use the infrastructure that appears to be there to make his transition as smooth as possible if they want a good performance and longevity out of this player. In the jungle, Echo Fox chooses Hard. Hard is a great pickup for this team. With no import spots left, Echo Fox managed to grab up a good young talent from NA that has had competitive experience for a while. Hard's stint on Cloud9 Tempest was long, and he played a lot of competitive games with a pretty decent challenger roster. As far as the pool of young/new NA jungle talent, you basically have Moon, Shrimp, who takes up an import spot, Hard, and Dardoch. With Moon on NRG and Dardoch untested in the competitive scene, Hard was the most logical and safe choice that Echo Fox could have made. I expect a solid performance out of Hard every time he steps onto the Rift. I think this player will step up to the same level as his solo laners. Froggen. This man is a long-standing veteran in the league community, and he's still a top-tier mid laner. He's the team's main carry threat. Froggen can lane against the best, which is actually really important for the new teams this split. All of the import mids, Pobelter and Bjergsen are all really good players, and Echo Fox having a mid laner who can actually go up against these opponents is crucial when it comes to winning a game. If Froggen is beating his opponent in lane, that frees up Hard to gank for KFO or the bot lane and, get the team going. Or Hard can hard camp Froggen and Froggen can just hard carry. It's a win-win whatever they decide to do. His veteran status in the scene will also help out his rookie team. He'll be able to guide them and offer good leadership within the squad. And now, the bot lane. The bot lane is actually something that I'm really looking forward to. In the marksman position, Echo Fox takes Keith McBrief. Keith is a good AD carry. He's not double lift, he's not sneaky, but he's not bad. He performed well on Liquid and decently the one game he played for TSM. He's a solid player from NA. He has a hilarious presence in the scene, and most importantly, he has the drive to be a better player. If he puts in the work, he could improve greatly. I think that it was smart for Echo Fox to pick him up before someone not in the LCS did. The LCS will only help Keith. The more time he spends there with decent AD carries, the better he'll become. And finally, we have Big, formerly known as Baby. I actually really like this player, and this is the person I'm rooting the hardest for on this team. Big has floated around high elo solo queue for a while now. He definitely has had questionable performances in the past, and he hasn't really clicked with any of the AD carries that he's been chosen to lane with. To me, Big is a player that really reflects the type of team that Echo Fox is. They, for the most part, are a team of unproven talent. Big is probably the biggest underdog in the NA LCS right now. I've seen a lot of people criticizing both Big and Echo Fox for their choice, but with expectations low, Big doesn't have a lot of pressure on him. He's got something to prove, and I think he and Keith will have good synergy. They both seem like they're likable people. He's going to have a hard time. A trial of fire by all the other good supports and marksmen he'll be laning against. But he and Keith will put up a fight and hopefully be able to keep up with the rest of the bot lanes. The last player I want to talk about is Corey, or Selfie. Echo Fox's substitute mid laner. He's a good player. I don't know how he's going to perform. I don't know how often he's going to perform. Apparently, they're switching back and forth. But hopefully, he can get some scrims and get some games under his belt. Froggen can teach him a few things, and he's a solid backup mid laner to have. And he can be switched in depending on what sort of champion needs to be played. I think he's also a good pickup for Echo Fox, but I just don't know how often he's going to be playing. I think Echo Fox has put together a team that has the potential to place in the top half of the LCS this split, and then in the future have a chance to contend for top 3 in North America. It's a team of underdogs and one star with the dreams of getting to Worlds. Rick Fox and his crew have done a pretty good job of putting together a relatively competitive team in such a short amount of time. Now, they just need to play together. I'm personally excited for these guys, and I'll be rooting for them whenever they don't play NRG. Thank you for watching and listening. I can't wait for the NA LCS. If you want to have a discussion, leave anything in the comments below. Thank you guys so much.